Hey everyone, welcome back to Fake Nerds. I'm your host, Brian. So, the last couple of years, obviously, Warner Brother Games has had their struggles, be it multiverses getting canceled or Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League not being incredibly popular. But one bright spot in their portfolio was the game Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy has sold over 30 million copies. It's a huge hit. It's very popular despite all the controversy with J.K. Rowling. It didn't seem to affect the game. Fans of the story, even if they didn't, agree with some of the stuff that J.K. Rowling has been saying, were able to put that aside and purchase the game. So it came as a bit of a surprise to me when I saw that Warner Brothers is going to be canceling a planned DLC for Hogwarts Legacy, and they're not going to be creating a definitive edition, which, okay, I mean, feels like free money there. It feels like another few million copies would have been sold, another few million copies of DLC, but let's go over to gamesindustry.biz and writer Sophia McAvoy and see what is happening. So, Warner Brother Games reportedly cancels expanding content for Hogwarts Legacy, an unannounced DLC and definitive edition allegedly scrapped as, quote, part of an ongoing restructuring. Warner Brothers Games has reportedly canceled an unannounced expansion for Hogwarts Legacy due for release later this year. This is according to Bloomberg, with sources telling the publication that paid DLC and a definitive edition of the game were scrapped as, quote, part of an ongoing restructuring, close quote. Sources told Bloomberg that the project was allegedly canceled as the content was, quote, not substantial enough to justify the price being considered, close quote. Warner Bros. Declined to comment to Bloomberg about the reported expansion. Insider Gaming reports that the DLC was supposedly planned to have between 10 to 15 new quests and activities. In a letter to shareholders following its most recent financial results, Warner Bros. Described 2024 as a disappointing year for its games segment. Revenue for Warner Bros. Games dropped 29% year on year during its fourth quarter. For its Q4 report, it implemented a restructuring plan resulting in the closure of 3 studios: Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and Warner Bros. San Diego. Monolith's upcoming Wonder Woman project was canceled as a result. The firm described its restructuring plan as a chance to, quote, refocus its resources and capital on proven IP and games from proven world-class studios, close quote. It added, quote, we are focusing on our games businesses around 4 tentpole franchises that have generated $1 million in consumer sales in the past years: Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Mortal Kombat, and DC, close quote. Warner Bros. Games said the success of Hogwarts Legacy was the main driver for its refocused strategy. This gives us the confidence that with our refocused strategy, we can get back to producing high-quality games built for long-term consumer engagement, which we expect to propel our game division back to profit in 2025 and emerge as a more significant contributor to growth in the years ahead, the company concluded. So obviously, that is kind of an odd take, given that a lot of these, you know, issues with games that didn't sell were games that, you know, kind of had like IP involved. And Harry Potter, the Hogwarts Legacy, is one of the reasons why they want to continue to do this. So why would it cancel DLC for it? Perhaps they're going to repurpose it and put it into Hogwarts Legacy 2. But, there's been, not only in the video game industry, just like all media industries, and like Warner Brothers is a particularly bad example of this, as it's come out that even with their movies and TV stuff, the CEO there is all about IPs. That's all he cares about. He doesn't want to try anything unique, which is a real shame given that, especially for their TV division, HBO is known for having tons of great original shows that, become IP. Like The Sopranos is probably a very, very valuable IP, but before it was The Sopranos, it was just a show on HBO that they gave a chance. And if they're not going to give shows a chance, and now they're saying they're going to do a similar thing with video games, well, like, a new Batman game is going to sell well. A new Hogwarts Legacy game is going to sell well. But, Multiverses had like all those people in it, didn't sell that well. Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League had a bunch of like villains in it, and you're fighting the A heroes, so maybe that was it. But I do think that it also severely was hampered by the type of game where, it's a bit more of a live service shooter than it probably should have been, where people were looking for something more akin to the Arkham games. So very interesting there. I think, yeah, my best guess is that they are going to take this and repurpose it for a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy. We're going to get a Hogwarts Legacy 2 in a couple of years. You know, the really intricate, amazing map for Hogwarts that makes you feel like you're in the novels, you're in the movies is already made. So that will certainly cut down a lot of the production time there. And I think people, you know, like I said, it had 30 million copies sold for this one. I think people liked it enough that they would be excited for a sequel to it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Are you surprised, as I am, that a Hogwarts Legacy DLC is being canceled? Do you think they're repurposing it? Did you play Hogwarts Legacy at all? And did you like it or did you not like it? Let me know your thoughts in Warner Brother Games and their new strategy in the comments. I'm Brian. I'm a fake nerd, but this has been some real news. Make sure you check out the main channel where you get everything, our sports channel where you get sports, and our podcasting channel, Better Radio. We'll see you in the next one.